I'm Harry Head. I think a lot about on people's perception of me, how people perceive me, and also I think that on myself, my own perception of myself. And I question it quite a bit, and I wonder if what I'm doing is right. Am I talking too much? Should have said that, should I have not said that? Should I shut up, should I be quiet? Like, it's weird, I've got loads of different mindsets, I don't know. Harry Head, it depends what Harry Head you get that day. But as a whole, I'm very, very self-critical. You know what I mean? I'm very judgmental on myself. Not always in a negative light. A lot of times it's in a negative light, but
two sides of the mind, the constructive side and the destructive side. It's a bit impulsive and the more calculated side, if you like. But I think, like all of us, we're all very critical of ourselves. Sometimes more critical more so than we should be. I think it's good, but sometimes it can outbalance, and that's when it can turn destructive. And again, I don't think I'm alone in this. I think we all do it with various things, whether it's things we're passionate about or work. We're always very critical, and sometimes, very, very self-destructive would be. And I think I tend to be like that a bit. I still constructively think as well. I think being critical is part of constructive criticism from yourself. It's all about just trying to balance it. Mistakes I've made, or mistakes I think I've made. Do you know what I mean? We often think a bit differently about, so we think the worst a lot about situations when you really shouldn't be. And again, that's kind of a destructive thought pattern. And so I'll try to think about things which I may have done wrong, or even if I have genuinely done something wrong, you shouldn't keep looping it over like a scale going down, and it just turns in black and gets it's bad. Not be so destructive in the way I think, or not being self-critical, but realistic criticism for yourself, not just thinking the worst, because I think things differently. Different perspectives, trying to think clear. I was coming from a carpentry background in the set construction, set building, helping you guys, building stuff for you, then kind of getting sucked into the performing side and doing all kinds of cool stuff. It's definitely helped change perspective, because when I was just doing the set building, it was just the same old grind. You're working, you get annoyed, get anxious, and this kind of gave me a really good release. And some of the things I found with the performing work, not just the people you meet, and that's cool stuff to do. It definitely helps to think about things better and different. Definitely sometimes get stuck in a hole, back on the destructive thought pattern. Once you get into it, it's a bit of an addiction almost. Once you get into that destructive kind of critical thought pattern, it's hard to come back out of it. And it's again, like all things, as it spirals down, it gets easier and easier. And it is something just through age and experience, you get better at falling into that hole. But every now and again, you do kind of creep in it, and you always manage to pull yourself back out of it. But I think that's something you've got to constantly work on through your whole life, to not fall into that hole, or be aware of when you're about to fall into it, how to stop yourself going. So one of the things I have changed a lot in the past couple of years, I've learned to step back a bit and try and look at the situation of whatever it may be that's happened, whether it's something within yourself or something you've done, to look at it and try and mediate within yourself rather than just going full extreme of the other. Praise yourself a bit. Do you know what I mean? Give yourself a word, give yourself a pat. If you do something good, do you know what I mean? Take note of it, remember it. Don't just, and I think a lot of us do, not just me, just people in general, or modest people, if you like, tend to forget the good stuff they do. And that kind of all it leaves you with then is the bad stuff and negative. So you're going to try and make that, but you should look at the good stuff you do and be happy about it. You can make it better, and try and again, with the constructive thoughts and the destructive thoughts, it's all about that balance. But I think we should just edge it a little bit. Too many of us are a bit like that with the destructive, but no, try and balance it out. Juggling. Well, I think as a human being, or any sentient being, we all need focus, don't we? We all need something to focus, because it kind of anchors you down in the moment, as it be. And I think juggling really, it could be anything. It could be sport, it could be exercise, cooking, meditation, anything which creates a focus. And I think juggling really does that well. It's something that creates a focus. There's a clear concept of what you're trying to do there. There's a clear progression within it, and you can notice it firsthand. It's not like some things where you don't notice the progression in some, and so therefore it's not reinforcing the encouragement for you to get better. Whereas juggling, there's a noticeable change in it, and when you're juggling, all you think about is juggling as well. When you're doing it, you are in that moment, and I think it's just really good for the mind and cognitive kind of brain development as well. Yeah, it's really good. I kind of wish I'd done it when I was a kid at school. I think it should be something that's brought into schools to try and give a focus in, so it's the mind and the head and the body all working together in a fun way as well. Let's not scare them off, but yeah, juggling's cool. Can I juggle?
Yeah.
Oh. See, I'm barely even talking to you when juggling. We're just in the moment, man. It's cool. Kids should juggle all the time. It's brilliant.